the first two, but I'm not gonna watch them all at once. I'm gonna slowly watch them.
I heard they're good though, but that's it.
Yeah,
All right, here we go. March 20th, 2016. Undead from Cleveland. You're listening to Video Game News Radio with your host Kevin Baird,
Brian Baird,
and Don Anderson.
Larry's not joining us tonight. He's got what did he call it? Baseball fantasy draft. So apparently that rules him out for any sort of.
You know how important fantasy baseball is,
right?
Not as much as
sure
fantasy
the
football.
Twitch is running okay here for a second because it doesn't look like it's working. And I just want to make sure it is.
Brian's got a sore throat, so now I got to do more talking. Gotta put the guitar down.
Oh, okay. Brian.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
Brian.
Twitch is working.
Yeah.
It's like frozen, but
Fuck's sake.
I think it's working otherwise. Okay. So, we're going to do our top 20 games of the week drinking game. Same rules apply. We list off the top 20 games of the week, and if it's not a game, you have to drink.
Whether you like it or not.
Number 20, DC Aquaman Fun Pack, Lego Dimensions. That's a toy. Drink. Number 19, Hyrule Warriors Legends for the Nintendo 3DS. That's a game. Brian,
Alright.
what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Flavo Chavo, some Blake's hard soda. It's basically soda pop. It's like mango, but it's got alcohol in it. It's like a wine cooler. It's gay.
I've
But
seen
it's
that
good.
they
It tastes
have
nice.
those.
It feels nice in my throat. So.
I see they have those hard sodas now. But I haven't.
I know some of
Acquired
the
Number 18, Disney Infinity 3.0 edition, Black Panther. Toy, drink.
Black Panther.
Yeah, power to the people.
Number 17,
Not a Black Panther.
yeah, it's not a Black Panther, is it? What is it called?
It's not an African American militant.
It's not a, Black Tiger? Is that what it is? I can't even remember.
Shakira.
It's taken forever to load for some reason.
Black Panther.
It is Black Panther?
From the Avengers?
Yeah. I don't know if he's in the Avengers. Isn't everybody in the Avengers? Yeah, it's Black Panther. I never
eventually
put it
would be.
together with the Black Panthers and him being a Black Panther. You guys are good. You guys are on the ball.
You like that? That was me.
Number 17, MLB The Show 16 MVP edition for the PlayStation 4. It's a $70 baseball game. I'm sure it'll be $12 if you wait 3 months.
Right.
Number 16, MLB The Show 16 for the PlayStation 4. Not the MVP edition.
She's only 16.
Also a game. Number 15, Ryu Amiibo from Super Smash Bros. Series.
Ryo.
It's a drink.
Got that right.
Put the bottle to your lips. Drink.
Kool-Aid in your lips.
Number 14, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End for the PlayStation 4. That's a game. Number 13, DC Superman Fun Pack. Lego Dimensions. It's a toy.
It sounds so fun.
You know what's funny is like it's like Lego, you know? And I know these things unlock like a level in some video game, but it's like
Right.
just two Lego things. It's like the Lego dude and like a Lego car, and then they turn around and can sell it for like, you know, $15 or whatever. Making a killing. Number 12, Disney Infinity 3.0 edition, Marvel's Ant-Man.
Oh.
Drink.
He's a man. He's the size of an ant.
Number 11, Midway Retro Gamer Level Pack. That's a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Number
I just
10,
last one. Give me a minute.
The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Wii U. That's a game. Number 9, Dark Souls 3, Day
Dark
1
Souls.
Edition for the PlayStation 4.
Souls of Dark.
Number 8, Disney Infinity 3.0 Edition Boba Fett.
That would be Boba Fett.
It's a Boba Fett, so you have to drink the whole bottle. That's how that rule goes. Number 7, Hori Pokemon Tournament Pro Pad Limited Edition for the Nintendo Wii. That's not a game. Just drink.
Could be. Nothing.
Number 6, Halo 5 Guardians Arena Rec Bundle. That's like a card for something, so just drink. Points or something. It's not a game. Number 5, Disney Infinity 3.0 Edition. It's Captain America. Drink.
Deal with it.
Throwing his mighty shield.
He does have his shield, and it is round. It's not
Well, you would hope. The
Well-
triangle kite bullshit.
that.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
that
playing-
triangular one.
You're playing the hero clicks where Kevin thinks it's the U.S. agent instead of.
Yeah. Well, he had a weird shield, man. I don't know.
Oh, that was because that's the classic Captain
Yeah,
America.
I guess. Number 4, play Ghostbusters Stay Puft Fun Pack. Drink.
Big giant marshmallow guy.
Yeah.
That's the
because
last drink. Number 3, Tom Clancy's The Division for Xbox One. Number 2,
John Clancy's The Subtraction.
Tom Clancy's The Division for PlayStation 4. And number 1, Pokemon Tournament for the Wii U. Pokemon shit still selling 20 years later. It's awesome. It's awesome. Games coming out this week. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, multi-platform, we have Collateral Damage and Trackmania Turbo. Wow. For the PC on Tuesday, we have Nelly Kudalot, The Foul Fleet, and Out of the Park Baseball 2017. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, multi-platform, we have on Satsu Kyoshitsu, Assassin Ikusei Kai Kaku,
Jesus.
How can you
with
say
double
that?
exclamation points at the end. You got a drink on that one. Samaros 3, Slain with an exclamation point, and Winning Post 8 2016. For the PlayStation Vita, on Thursday, we are getting Dead or Alive Extreme 3, Fortune, and Hatsune Miku Project Diva X. And for the 3DS, we get Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 3. Alright, whoever's got the car crash shit going on, turn your damn
Alright, goddammit, calm
thing
down.
down.
My sound's down.
You're louder than the music, it's too loud. Friday, oh no, wait. Still on Thursday, because I know everybody's so excited. For the PC, we have Polyrace and The Descendant. And on Friday, we have, for the PC, Villagers. I know Brian's been waiting for Villagers to come out.
Yeah. Gotta sacrifice him to our god.
This is a big game. Let's see. Steam Top 10. Number 10 was Hitman. Number 9 is Factorio. Number 8, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 7, Subnautica. Number 6, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 5, The Culling. Number 4, Tom Clancy's The Division. Number 3, Ark Survival Evolved. Number 2, Stardew Valley. And number 1,
Stardew Valley.
Tom Clancy's The Division. Stardew Valley.
It's like Sweet Valley High.
I think it was number 1 last week. It's an indie. Oh, this is right up your alley, Brian. Stardew Valley is an indie farming simulation role-playing video game developed by Concerned Ape and published by Chucklefish Games.
Concerned ape. You're concerned ape.
Hey, it's got a 10 of 10 on Steam. And it's $15. It's overwhelmingly positive. If you want to waste time planting shit, great. I like how this guy's review says, a game about being closer to nature. No.
That just sounds dumb.
Being closer to nature means going outside and putting the computer controller down. Okay. Brian, tell us about your week.
Well, game-wise, I downloaded Battlefleet Gothic off Steam, which is a tactical interstellar combat game. It's in its beta. I posted it on Facebook that the graphics are fantastic. It goes a long way to explain to you how the game works, and the AI is pretty goddamn clever. In other words, you might want to do the whole goddamn thing before, like I did, where I was like, no, it'll be chaos. Because it starts you off with the Imperium. And I don't want to be a good guy. I want to be a bad guy. And I got my ass trounced. Let me see. Got kind of a cold going. That sucks. Let me think. What else is new? Fucking just regular work week, except now it's going to be cold out, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be great, you know?
You went to the doctor. You could talk about that.
Yeah, you know, I just got a whole bunch of fucking people like, are you okay? Like, no, I died. Yeah.
Well, you don't go to the doctor very often, so.
No, because I'm usually fucking, you know, built like a bull. But this time, I had to go take a physical. And they're like, okay, put on this robe. I'm like, they said the flap goes in the front. I'm like, you sure?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's kind of eye. I mean, I'm like, well, I mean, you know, in the movies it's always in the back. She's like, it's in the front, trust me. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We'll go with that then, shall we? Other than that, though, man, it was like, you know, sit here. How's everything doing? You know, are you feeling okay? If you're dying and everything, blah, 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 blah.
Did you have to turn and cough?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
A couple times.
She grabbed my nuts tenderly, and she said, "How does this feel?"
What does this make you feel like when I do this?
It makes me want to. No, I have to pee. Oh, can you imagine? That'd be god awful. The dumbest fucking thing you could do. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You knew. You knew. Don't pretend.
Don't act. Don't act like you're impressed.
But, you know, other than that, I mean, it was more or less just the usual run-of-the-mill bullshit.
Okay, Donnie, how was your week? Brian's too distracted. How was your week?
I can't think of anything, man.
He looked away from the screen that he's looking at, and then he thought about it for a second. He goes, I got nothing else.
I was trying to swallow because my throat hurts.
His throat hurts. Yeah.
Whatever. How was your week, then?
Me? Worse than Brian's.
No, don't lie.
No, it's not as worse as Brian. It's alright. It wasn't that. I mean, nothing special, nothing spectacular. Same old BS, just working more at Cheesecake Factory and... Oh, God, hating it. It was a terrible week for me this week. Just getting all the wrong tables, messing things up left and right. It was just not a typical tumbleweed week.
How do you get the wrong tables? What does that mean?
Like, I'm getting the wrong... Because I'm...
Wrong fucking table, man.
Well, no, it's like...
Like
they gave me this party of 28 women.
Oh, God.
And they were all like Middle Eastern women. And it's not a racial thing. I'm not afraid of Middle Eastern women.
Lie.
But they are all the same. And they all act the same. And they all do the same thing. And it's just like, ugh, get over yourself. You know, like the one chick's up to me. She's like, please, can I go sit over there? Can I sit over here? Can I sit at this spot in the table? Can I sit here? And I'm like, I don't care where you sit. Go sit down. Like, leave me alone. Why are you questioning me for? Go away. So,
stop it.
Yeah,
Don't talk
typical,
to me.
It's not my table.
There's two long tables set up for 28 people, 14 at each. And it's like the first person who shows up sits at the very end. So
It's a fork in the neck.
but there's no chairs on the ends of the table. So they grab a chair out of the set that we set up and they put it on the table. And that just messes everything up. And they start putting their jackets on people's booths, other tables, thinking that they can just do whatever they want. And it's like, you got to move this. Like, get this out of here. Like, this isn't your table. And then I had another party. The manager sat this party. He goes, well, there's a party of 7 going in here, but there's 2 people here, so I'm going to seat them now because the rest of the party's going to be here soon. I said, oh, okay. 2 hours later, the rest of the people showed up. So all of my tables sat there, taken up by 2 people for 2 hours. And it's like, that's how I make my money. It's like I got to flip them. You know what I mean? You get the people in, you get them out. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have people coming in, you don't have sales. You don't have sales, you don't make tips. And because of the manager, I had 2 people sitting at all of my tables for 2 hours. So it was just one of those weeks.
They just eating really slowly?
Well, no, it was supposed to be 7.
Staring at Donnie all mad.
Well, no, they were fine. They were all right people. But it's like there were supposed to be 7 of them. So they took all 4 of my tables and put them together. But there's only 2 people there because the other 5 people didn't show up for another 2 hours. So it's for 2 hours, there's 2 people sitting at 4 tables.
Did you serve them eventually, or did you have to give up?
Yeah, they were like, we're not waiting for anybody. We don't give a shit about nobody. We want to eat. And they ate. They ate all their stuff. Their bill was ready. They paid up by the time everybody else showed up. But they were just waiting for everybody because it was a birthday.
Right, I get that. But you still handled all 7 people eventually, is all I'm saying.
Eventually, yeah. And that's what they had. And then they had another guy show up. The last 2 people showed up, and the guy sat at somebody else's table. And it's like, I come over, I go, hey, are you with these people? And I pointed at my guest. I go, are you with these people? And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, you need to sit over here because that's not my table. I'm like, that's somebody else's table. It's supposed to be used for somebody else. And you can't just sit there. What the heck do you think this is? It's busy. We got people waiting for it. And of course, as soon as he got up, the hostess came over and sat somebody at that table. I was like, see? They would have come over here. They would have looked at you and been like, what are you doing sitting here? Get out of this table. Whatever. It was just a weird week. I was just getting weird stuff all week. So I'm not looking forward to going back to work. But my brother's company folded. Did I tell you that one?
No.
Oh, wow, that sucks. Christ.
Jeez.
Yeah, so there's no more of that anyway. So I have to go cheesecake. I had to find something else.
Why did he fold it?
Because he
I know he didn't have work, but you figure he'd get some eventually or something.
Nope.
You know.
Hasn't had any work since December. And the work that he did have in December, he lost money on. The job that we did, he lost a lot of money, and he actually still has to go back and do stuff. But he's I don't know if he's completely folded, but he's selling equipment. And it's like, well, if you're selling equipment to pay the bills, then if we do get a job, we won't have the equipment to do the job.
Right.
So,
is he good at doing anything else? Like, I don't know.
Like himself?
Like his company, like home improvement, or you know what I mean?
Nope.
Build chimneys for people or something? Nothing.
Nope. He's like, nope, done. He's like, done. I'm gonna go work for. He's like, I'm gonna go work for somebody else. He's working for somebody else.
Jesus.
He'll get sick of that, and he'll be like, "This sucks. Like this guy's telling me what to do." And
well, actually, he likes it better. He likes it better because when you're the boss, you're the guy running around doing everything. You got to organize everything. You got to plan everything. You got to pay everybody. You got payroll. You got everything on your mind. When you're the employee, you walk in, they say, we're not ready for you, give us an hour or so. Then you sit there and you do nothing. If you're the boss, you're running around trying to like, I'm paying these guys to sit around. I need to get them working.
Right.
You know. So he's like, well, now I'm the guy that's working. I'm sitting around doing nothing. I like this.
Now, aren't you in like a union that could get you a job or something, or no?
Yeah, but we're not going to get into that right
now. Okay.
Nice.
They look for they're looking for very specific people, and I'm not one of them.
So are you just going to quit the union?
Pretty much. I mean, I'm going to keep paying my dues, and I'm going to get my retirement and stuff.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, I'm just I'll probably never see another day of laboring again, and I'm all right with that. But that job sucks. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of, getting up early.
Yeah.
Or being in places where you don't want to be for longer than you want to be.
You got to do work at your job. It's hard.
I don't mind. Listen, I'm lazy and I don't like working, but I will work. You know what I'm saying?
You just don't like it.
It's like me going to work is like me going onto the soccer field. Remember that?
Sort of.
Remember how it was like Anderson's like a sloth, but as soon as he puts them shoes on and then shin pads, boom, he's gone. He's
Well,
all running around.
You were, but you got injured like really easy.
Well, yeah, it was real. That was during warm ups.
Was it like a Dan James kicking the nuts?
We didn't know. We didn't even. I crawled off the field. It was not. It was not good. I couldn't walk.
You
Had
like
ice pads.
tore both of your muscles in your
Both legs,
different legs.
both quads.
Wasn't good.
Not good.
Um,
But, so that's my week.
Wow. So you're just gonna work at Cheesecake forever? Is that the plan?
No, not forever. It's just for now.
Oh.
That's why. Like a couple weeks ago, I was coming. Remember, I texted you that message. I was like, I think I'm going to do this because I'm trying to come up with ideas of things to do that I want to do.
Well, yeah.
It's not what jobs are, man.
I know.
I don't know who fucking lied to you, but it's fucking bullshit.
Well, that's why whenever I come up with an idea, I go to Kevin. So
He shoots you down.
I can tell you what's wrong with it.
because you just tell me. You're just like, well, this is why it's dumb. And I'm like, well, Kevin Baird said it, so it must be true.
Oh my
Because
god.
because you know what I mean. You tell people, you're like, I think I'm going to do this, and people go, that's a great idea. I think you should do that 100%. And sometimes it's not a smart idea. Like I got that check from Cheesecake Factory when I moved back home. All of a sudden, I had a check in my mailbox for $7,600, and I'm like, I don't care. They sent it to me. I'm going to go cash it. And I told Kevin first. I texted Kevin first. I said, dude, listen, I got this check from Cheesecake Factory. He goes, is it yours? I said, it's got my name on it. He goes, do you deserve it? I mean, it's like, is it supposed to be for you? And I said, I don't think so. He goes, don't cash it. And I just got all mad. I was just like, darn it. Kevin Baird, how dare you ruin my dreams.
That's fine.
He's my go-to. When he's when I need something musical or movie answers, I call Oz. When I need something serious, I call Kevin.
Fucking tear out the hope.
Right? Yeah, because you're it's not. I don't want to say you're brutally honest. I'm just saying you're honest. You're just like, this is what's going to happen. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. This is what's going to. And it's like, yeah, he's right. the voice of reason.
No, I won't. That's me. No.
Right. Oh, trust me. I was like, because he texted me back. He goes, "Don't cash the check," and I was like, you know what? Screw him. I'm going to do it anyways. And then he texted me back like a second message with all these details about this is what's going to happen if you do this. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe I won't.
That's funny. I do remember that. That's funny.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
All my important life decisions go through Kevin Baird.
Sort of like that.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Devil head in the Twilight Zone episode, you put the coin in.
Right. Half the times we
No.
end up in the metro parks at the top of Cedar Point Hill.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Camel's Back or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, enough about me. Go on.
I went to the doctor. She wasn't going to put me on cholesterol medication. She was happy I lost 15 pounds and told me to keep it doing that, come back in 6 months. But I got to go get my lungs a CT scan on Friday because when I was in the emergency room like a year and a half ago, they
Shouldn't.
saw a lump, which is like a... When it's small, which mine is, they call it a nodule. If it's larger than like 5 centimeters or something, then they call it a mass. So nodules are common, and since if I smoked, then the odds of it being cancerous is something like 7%. And if I don't smoke, which I never have, other than a very like 1 month thing,
But you're willing to learn.
it's like 0.4% chance of cancer. So, it'll be my luck that those odds will spring in my favor. Like, I don't win the lottery, but I'll get the amazing cancer odds. Since it's apparently running rampant through my family at this point. But anyway, it should be fine. I won't know anything anyway. I mean, Friday they just throw me on the CT scan. They're not going to give me contrast or anything. They're just going to basically x-ray my lungs. and then send me on my way. And then I'll wait to hear from my doctor. And if it says everything's fine on my message online, great. If it says, please come in to discuss, there'll be a problem.
You'll be crying.
We need to see you in here. You bring your brother too.
You might want to get your affairs in order.
Yeah. Although, I mean, I'm not starving for
Long to
breath.
live, I mean,
I'm not, like, wheezing or coughing up blood or anything, so I think I'm alright. God knows all the things I've breathed in my life. I'm sure having one thing in my lungs is not unusual.
Having a nodule.
Yeah, a lung nodule. So, that's what happens when you get old. They discover shit. You're like, that's not right. Yeah, you're not looking too good there.
Worse when they're looking at something and they go,
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's so?
we're going to do some more tests. I don't know. Maybe it's the machine, but you shouldn't have this.
Yeah, this shouldn't be like this.
I mean, I was thinking she was going to put me on a statin or whatever, and she was like, "No, your cholesterol's not that bad." Because I don't know, I thought it was out of range, but she was like, "It's not that bad," and like, I don't know. I just think it's going to be like the worst shit ever all the time, but we're not fine. Apparently, like my sugar was fine, like it was perfect. And I guess that's an important thing when you're looking at cholesterol. Like, if your glucose is all fucked up, because that probably just means you're just eating trash. You're just like, I'm just eating fucking sugary candy snacks, you know?
Yeah.
And
Living my life.
mine was perfect. It just, cholesterol was a little high. And, I was 15 pounds heavier before, so I was just saying, fuck it. You get to that point where you just don't care anymore. You're just like, fuck it, I'm eating what I want. I don't care. And then you see the doctor, and then the doctor's like, well, that was dumb. And you're like, yeah, I know. I'm dumb.
Like, what do you want me to do, Doc?
I like food. It's delicious.
This was yummy. No yumminess. I gotta eat.
I just thought it was all over.
Just need somebody to tell me to put the brownie down. You know what I mean? I just need that in my life. I need, like, my father to still be around, because he could just yell at me.
Kevin.
Or just give me the weird look and just be like,
Where's your brother?
you gonna eat that whole thing? I don't know.
Wait, what?
While he eats that bowl of pudding.
Yeah. big bowl of butter.
We ate it, though.
Yeah, you did.
I was kind of cracking about that, because cutting up a star fruit, and I was like, it'd be good. The star fruit would be a bowl of pudding. And you put the star fruit on the side, and then put the star fruit in the trash, and just have the pudding.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That would work out the best.
That would be the most delicious option. Unfortunately, I ate the star fruit. Okay. Here's a little bit of news. You guys can play your video games.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Sony is working on a more powerful PlayStation 4 that can render games in 4K resolution and offer otherwise improved visuals, according to Kotaku. The site reports that multiple anonymous developers independently confirmed speaking with Sony about the new hardware, saying it will also help boost the visual fidelity offered in PlayStation VR games. Virtual reality is particularly graphics intensive because maintaining a convincing, non-nauseating experience requires 2 separate images and a fast, stable frame rate. Sony reportedly met with developers to discuss the new hardware revision, which some nicknamed PS 4.5, at the GDC this week. Aside from improved graphical effects for games, we don't know much more about the rumored system. Assuming the report is accurate, the most pressing question may be whether Sony will allow developers to make games exclusively for PS 4.5, offering an improved experience that would be hamstrung by old hardware. You know what? I don't care about 4K television. I could buy one. I could go buy one. I'm not going to. 1080p looks great. I can't see any pixels on my TV screen. I look at it, I'm only about 6 feet away. I have no idea. If you told me, actually, Kevin, that's 4K and not 1080p. I'd be like, can't tell. I'm old. I have no idea. I mean, most people wear glasses and shit anyway. Their vision's not that great. People aren't going to be able to tell. Now, if my TV burned out, you know, and I didn't have a TV, I'd probably try to buy the best TV I could. Except I will never buy one of those curved screens.
Right.
Those things are awful. It's the last thing I want is shit to be all warped on my television. But I don't care. I don't care about 4K. So if Sony wants to release a system that plays games in 4K for all those people that think it's important, good for you. Not interested.
Have fun.
Of course, you know, their VR thing comes out and it runs like shit on the old PlayStation, and they're like, you gotta get the new PlayStation 4.5 to use our VR. I don't know. I'm not in any hurry to buy any of these VR systems anyway. They're all really expensive. Microsoft. Spring sale begins today with a $299 Xbox One. Yeah, guys, happy first day of spring. Feels like it outside, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, with the snow this morning.
You're right, yeah, the freezing fucking air. It's wonderful. It's wonderful in Cleveland. From today until March 28th, Microsoft is launching a sale in celebration of the start of spring.
Yay.
Which drops the Xbox One price to a starting price of $299 immediately at participating retailers. For all current bundles, the discount lops $50 off the price, such as the 1 terabyte The Division bundle, now costing $349. Do they still even sell the bundle with the Kinect included? Or did they silently just drop the Kinect completely? Because nothing's coming out to support the Kinect. The Kinect is, you know, everybody's going VR now. Nobody wants the Kinect. Other than dancing in front of the TV. It seems kind of...
Kinect is the loneliest Christmas tree.
Yeah, it seems kind of pointless to have a Kinect anymore. Unless you're doing exercising. I mean, you know, so some virtual person can yell at you for doing it wrong. Wrong!
Your controller's all fucked up.
I don't know. You know what?
What?
I got an idea we can make millions of dollars.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
There we go.
I don't know how to do any of this, but this is all we got to do, right? You take the Kinect, right? And everybody's learning how to exercise, and everybody's buying that, like they buy a shit ton of that. And then they buy the stuff for the dancing. They buy a shit ton of that. We should make one that teaches Kung Fu.
There you go.
People would run to that like crazy, you know, perfecting their Kung Fu and shit. Or whatever, you know, name your martial art. Ultimate Fighting Championship maneuver, you know, learn your Muay Thai or your Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, whatever.
Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
We would be cleaning up. It'd be like hand over fist, just cash money. But, you know, you need money to make money. If I was a millionaire, I'd go out and do this. I'd be like, let's do it.
Spend money. You got to spend money to make. I don't know.
I'm telling you, that would sell like crazy. I mean, granted, people like Brian aren't going to sit around and work on their high kick in the middle of the living room. But,
oh my god, rip my fucking leg in half.
But young guys, they'd be all about it, you know? They'd be practicing their Kung Fu. You'd have like that guy from like Karate Champ with the black mustache. The you know, he'd be there.
Right.
He'd just like yell at you when you fuck shit up.
You could hire the guy from the Karate Kid from the Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah.
And at the very end, he could just be like, sweep the leg, and you'd be like, oh my god.
That's awesome. Yeah. You could have all different kinds of coaches. Some are different styles, you know. Depends on how badass of a style.
Well, universally, they all have to yell at you, otherwise it's not really a game.
Well, right.
You get like a David Carradine, like, high guy teaching you Kung Fu.
All wise.
You are the crane. Now act like a crane. You know, and then you got the other guys that are all just about killing people and stuff. I don't know. You get Steven Seagal teaching you What
How
do
to
you know? Hapkido or something?
He's going to teach you how to cook and defend a ship.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
Here's
know.
what you got to do when you're making your risotto. Make sure you do an upper hand block from the right hand side, stir the risotto, and then kick with your left foot.
And you could like sell all of those like ridiculous kung fu weapons, but like the plastic kind that the unit can trace with its camera. It's got little things on it that light up so it knows where they are. You could sell those ton funds or whatever they're called, and sais and nunchucks. Shit that nobody's ever used in a real fight ever.
Staff.
Yeah, 3-piece staff and all those just,
Lunatic weapons you just end up breaking your face.
right. You'd totally get your ass kicked if you fought somebody with that, but nobody's got those. Like when there's a real fight, like it breaks out at the grocery store, you're not like, hold on, let me get my 3-piece staff out of the back of my car.
Let me get my bow out of the trunk.
I will wait.
It's
But
not
you
a
could,
3-piece staff. It's a bow staff.
You could totally make an awesome Connect game for that and clean up. Anyway, let's move on. I'm having too much fun imagining my karate game.
I like it. Kevin Baird karate. Chin Tao.
It's funny.
Karate with Kiss.
Oh, jeez. What are you trying to get Oz and Ram into it?
That'd be crazy.
Dude, you gotta try this, man. They're doing Kiss moves. They're doing moves to Kiss tunes. You could beat somebody up to Beth.
That'd be nuts.
You can rock and roll all night and kung fu kick every day.
Gene Simmons is your sensei. If you want to learn more about this, pay me.
Yeah.
When you complete this course, not only will you be giving me all of your money, but you will learn to do the move called the dragon's tongue. Kind of gross, Gene. I don't know if I want to.
With me.
Do
Do you want to really be in the Kiss Army? I mean, the army that fights.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take on ISIS.
And win. Well, soon.
I don't know. I still think it would be great. People are missing out. Somebody out there take this idea and run with it. Just send me some money.
Please. Please run with it. Away from us.
Yeah. Come together and when you make your first $1 million, that's cool. But if you make like $100 million, send me $1 million, okay? Because
He can have $500,000 for the rest of his life.
it's only I just need to pay taxes, so I don't even need a full $1 million, just enough to pay tax. Probably need more than $1 million with the taxes on that. Okay. Earlier this week, Sony announced that its PlayStation VR. Oop, hold on. Music's taking off.
VR.
Hold on.
Because of Motorhead.
You guys can't hear it, I think. Maybe
No, I can. Sounds like Motorhead.
it's Voivod.
Oh.
It's their new one, Post Society. Okay. Earlier this week, Sony announced that its PlayStation VR would be available for the low price of just $399.
How is that not cheap?
Given that competing VR headsets like the Oculus are at least $200 more expensive, people were pretty excited about it. In fact, purchases of the PlayStation camera went up 3,000% on Amazon. Move controllers went up 1,000%, according to Ars Technica. Turns out, interest in the Move controllers and camera following the announcement makes a whole lot of sense, given that Sony just announced that those items are necessary to use the PlayStation VR headset on the majority of its compatible games. I still think the Move controllers are awful. It has no understanding of which way is up, but whatever. This morning, Sony announced the price of the bundle, complete with the Sony camera and Move controllers and the VR Worlds collection of mini games for a measly $500.
Is that all?
Sony explained that the camera is required for positional tracking and that most of the games require move wands in order to play.
Stupid wands.
The camera's MSRP is $60, while the Move controllers cost $50 each. That said, Amazon is listing the camera at $44 and the Move wands at $24, so the PlayStation bundle costs about the same as you'd be spending the items individually. Still, Sony's VR headset, even with the more expensive and necessary bundle, is a cheaper experience than competing products like the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive. That said, you'll also need the actual PlayStation console, which adds another few hundred onto the price tag. This thing's going to be a big failure. And the reason it's going to be a big failure is it's like everything else. You're going to make a video game, and you could make it for the 50 million PlayStation 4 owners, or the 50 million, or the 5 million PlayStation 4 owners that have the VR headset. You're going to make your game for the 50 million. Now, you might sprinkle a little bullshit on there to make it so it's VR, but, you know, that's what it's going to feel like for everybody that has those headsets. It's an afterthought. They just sprinkled it on the game, and that's it. I don't know. I'm not spending that kind of money. They are all fucking... No, I'm not
I
gonna.
have that kind of money.
It's stupid money. It's a waste of cash. Don't do it.
Touch it.
$199 is where I'd go. I already have the camera and the Move controllers that I literally would have to blow dust off of. But yeah, I'm not spending $400 on something that's going to have a bunch of shitty games for it. I mean, if Bethesda comes out and says the next Elder Scrolls is VR exclusive or something, maybe. Although I never finished Skyrim.
It's like Oblivion today.
Oblivion's better. Skyrim, it's got too many rocks. It's my problem with that game.
There's just too much shit in the way.
It's
I can't
like
enjoy this at all.
everything's on a mountain, and there's just rock barriers everywhere. And I have the boots that walk on water, so like I can walk up rivers and shit.
You're like Christ.
But it's still terrible. It's just, I can't... It's not the game that's terrible, it's the map. Anytime I gotta get somewhere, it sucks. I don't want to deal with it. I'm old and crabby.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at the email here.
The way I like my Kevin Bairds. Old and crabby.
Black and huge.
That's how I like my coffee.
Like your metal.
Yeah.
Sure, we don't even have any emails this week. No, maybe we do. No, we don't. No emails. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the show.
Nobody wants to talk to us.
Nobody gives a shit.
Do you really blame them?
Show's over. People are all watching Daredevil. They're like, oh yeah, VGN. I'm going to watch Daredevil.
See, I'm smart. I'm smart like that. I'm only watching them one at a time here and there. I'm trying not to binge watch them because then you run out of them. And then it's like, oh, well, that was great. Now I got to wait another year.
I mean, Nick Fury is next, which we'll see how
Luke
that
Cage.
is. Yeah, Luke. I don't know why I always do that. Luke Cage is next.
Because he's black and bald.
I always thought Nick Fury was white in the comics.
He was until they read
Was.
it.
Yeah.
Until they made
He's got
Samuel
like
Jackson.
gray hair
Nick
and
Fury.
stuff.
They gave him rhythm and a bigger penis. Now he's black.
Right.
Oh my god.
What? You know, it's true.
I don't
Wow.
want to pave Skyrim. It's not wilderness. Skyrim is rocks. It's rocks everywhere. Every time you want to go somewhere, there's like boulders in the way, and you can't jump over them. And so you've got to find another way around, and it's always around a mountain. It's just horrible. You know, I don't want it to be paved, but I want it to be a little bit more realistic. Like, I'm this super powerful dude with these crazy spells and magic equipment and everything, and I can't get over like a few boulders. Just like they're like knee high, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do anything. It's just
Gotta go
crippling.
all the way around.
Yep. It's bad design. It's just they could have come up with something a little bit, and that's fine. If you want to make me walk around, great, but give me something that tells me where to go. They give me that one shitty spell that you like cast. It's like, and it like gives you a line on where to go. But that's like a bad GPS. It like takes you up a hill into a circle, you know, down a dinosaur's mouth or something. But I mean, it's terrible. Half the time, it doesn't even lead anywhere.
Dino breath.
Recalculating.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, you'll hit it and it won't appear. It just won't appear. You'll be like, it has no idea. It's as lost as you are. It's like I have no idea. Like how Red Troll just called me a baby. That's fine. I am. This is how shit is.
That's what we do. We complain.
Yeah.
I mean, Fallout was better.
Men
but
complain.
Fallout was better, but I didn't like that they didn't improve the game engine. The load times and stuff were stupid. I mean, when Grand Theft Auto's got a universe that's like at least as large, and it doesn't have to load all the time, it kind of tells you something.
Not all the time, but if you drive your car too fast.
Yeah, well, but on PC, I mean, it's not noticeable. But like Fallout's like all the time. I'm gonna go through a door, loading. Some dude's gonna come up and talk to me with a conversation tree, and then when you pick something that it says you can say, like it'll say, the guy will come up to you and be like, "Hey man, you got any food?" And then like you'll have an option on your screen that says, "No, I'm sorry, I don't have any food right now." And you'll pick that option, and then your guy will say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, totally.
And you're like, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Look, I didn't want to say it like that.
Yeah.
All
Unless
the
one of
time
these
it
are
does
class
that. Never says what the game is actually saying. It's like
That's how that Walking Dead, that Telltale Walking Dead game was.
yeah.
Because you're looking at the options and you're like, tell him yes, tell him no, and you're like, oh, that's okay, easy enough, and you're like, I'll just tell him no, and then it's like the guy pulls a knife. You get out of my house! I said don't come here, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't flipping out, like I'm not, and then it like changes the whole story.
Right. Exactly. I don't know.
It's like you got ripped off.
Bitter.
It's kind of funny sometimes when that shit happens. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't fucking... I'm a bitch.
Yeah, but
Anything even remotely close to what that says, I said.
yeah, but I'm a nice person. I didn't mean
Yeah,
it.
you figure it would be based off of like what your personality's been like in the game. Like if you've been like trying to help villagers or whatever. You're not gonna just come right out of the goddamn gate and it's like, fuck you, mailman. I'll do what I want. And I'm gonna fuck your kid. Why not? You can't do shit. Ha 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 ha. Fucking eyebrow.
Now, the interesting thing that the Telltale games do that other games don't do is that, like, when you're evil in, like, a regular RPG, though, when you're like, fuck you, I'm going to take your gold, the guy that you're saying that to automatically goes, what? And he pulls his sword out, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, clink, and you're, like, fighting that guy. But the
Yeah.
Telltale games actually will, like, the guy will sometimes just completely back off. Like, the guy will be like, sorry, man, I didn't mean to get on your case.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that actually worked.
Hey, I didn't expect that.
Being a dick actually got me somewhere in life.
Sometimes
it works out. But, like, in most games, like, you want to be an asshole, but you know that this
It won't
is
let
not,
you.
it's not going to go well at all. You know?
No, we have to help these people. I don't want to help. I want to kill them all. No.
Yeah,
No,
being...
Help your neighbors.
Like, they give you these options to talk all salty to the king or something. Like, you like that's going to work out well, you know? Whatever, man. I don't care about your stupid quest. Guards!
Fuck your people.
Throw
Fuck
him
your
in,
war.
yeah. Throw him in the prison jail or whatever.
Dungeon.
Kingdom's jail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll call
dungeon. Oh my god. No, that's enough. I tried to play some. What did I try to play this week? I should just have a segment called "What I Tried to Play This Week."
Oh, you mean like
I would have played it, but it made me sad.
What is it called? I uninstalled it immediately. It was Infinite Space. That's what it was. Infinitely boring. You know, it was like one of those civilization type games in space, but it had 75 different option menu items. Like this one tells you about how your people are doing. This one tells you on what your research is for. This one tells you how your troops are doing. This one tells you, and I was looking at this and I'm like, I don't have enough life left in me. I'm going to die before I master this game. And what really kind of sealed the deal for me was the game sort of starts off with you deciding if you want to play online or if you want to play with a computer generated character. There didn't seem like there was going to be a real story. So I was like, well, this is dumb. I don't want to play a bunch of people online that are going to completely have all the time in the world to whip my ass. Yeah. And I don't want to play against just a stupid computer that, knows everything about the game and I don't. So I uninstalled that. Moving on to games that I can actually get to. I heard Wasteland 2 has a patch. Might check that out at some point. I did play 1954 Alcatraz, which is a adventure game, like a point and click. It's okay. It's alright.
Some adventure.
It's just one of those. You got to sit there and move around the screen and look on what you can click on, and then click on it and wait for something to happen, or the guy just sits there and goes, "Can't do nothing with that. Nope, not touching that. Not interested in that. Hey, I can't pick that up." And after a while, you're just like, this is dumb. This is just dumb. Eventually, I'm going to figure out whatever mysterious combination of things I need to click on in order to figure out where some shit is. It's not really a game. It's just more a frustrating experience. This is a movie, but instead of watching the movie, we're going to make you click on shit for hours until you figure out what piece goes with what piece to make the story go forward. No puzzle involved. Okay, this is dumb.
It's exciting.
Listen, if you've never played point-and-click games before, and this is your first foray into them, maybe it'd be alright, but I've been playing them since Commodore 64 days. I mean, it's enough. I get it. Genre's dead to me. It's dead to me. Guy on the radio, on one of those sports shows, was saying that he wants to get a cocktail table game, like an arcade game on those old cocktail tables. He wanted it to be of Gorf. I was like, I remember Gorf. Wasn't a great game, but
no,
it was all right. It was like that Tron game. Remember that?
Yeah, that was okay until you had to do what was it? No, the deadly discs or whatever. You throw it, and the motherfucker just rebounded off the side, take you out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I hated all those.
The light cycle and yeah. I don't think there's any one particular 8-bit game, arcade game, that I would go back and play religiously or anything. I mean, I don't know. They were all pretty much just repetitious as hell.
You'd be playing Sinistar.
Sinistar was great.
Joust.
But,
because it scares you.
Yeah. Playing it, you gotta have the full, the sit-down one or the full cabinet. You can't have that on a cocktail table because you need that booming voice.
Yeah.
It's much better.
I hunger.
Right. That was one thing about arcade games was that the sound. Games had a lot of serious sound systems in them. You It could be loud as shit, but things would rumble and shake and stuff. Some video games never really got translated to the home systems because they just had weird interfaces, like Star Wars. Remember that one with the vector graphics and that crazy controller?
I mean, that one was all about sound, and that's all it was just as long as it made the noise of the TIE,
right?
And it played like the Star Wars theme. We're good.
I mean, if I could get that game, great, but can't find that anywhere.
Yeah, those graphics are horrible.
Yeah, but I mean, that game was super fun.
Still play it. I would still play the hell out of it.
Right, making a run on the Death Star and everything. You'd wait for some shit like that to come out on the Atari 2600. You'd be like, why don't they make that for the 2600 and stuff? And they eventually come out with some side-scrolling thing where you're like a block attacking like an AT-AT that's got like one glowing block that you gotta like hit. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But it was Star Wars. So
that's all that's, yep.
As a kid, I was like, all right, I gotta get that game.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Right.
Boy. It didn't matter. Like I said, it didn't matter what the game was, as long as it played the music, and it had like the sound of the TIE fighters, and then like you thought you were flying around.
Right.
You were just like, "Yep, I'm good."
Yeah. Moon Patrol. Just play that.
What was it? I don't know if it was Up to Par or the one in Great Northern that had the lunar lander that like the volume was at 11. So like you hit the threshold, the whole building would just shake. You're like, Jesus Christ, man.
Up to Par was always loud. They had a jukebox in there. They had everything.
I used to go there. Got in trouble. Got
yeah.
for 6 months for going there.
Yep.
Bullshit.
That was right at the top of my street.
Yep. Didn't know you back then. You might have been in the arcade when I was, but
And I wasn't even allowed to go there.
yeah, neither was I, and
Right.
that's why I got in trouble.
Oh, I got in trouble too.
And then Great American Game Room. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Red
right.
Baron. Red Baron's pretty fun. That's another vector game. I guess if I could get anything, I'd get a bunch of vector games, but I don't know.
I mean, you could probably still have people over and play Gauntlet. That would be something.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
You'd have to have a lot of quarters and shit. I wouldn't mind like an Operation Wolf, like the light gun games, because you can't get that kind of. I don't know. The home systems with the guns never are as good as the arcade ones. Now I don't know if that's just.
It's a rule.
I don't know. There was something about it. Gun would shake and with the grenade button on it and everything. And there are two people at the same time.
To the left.
It was good. Anyway, that's it for the show. If we had emails, I wouldn't be sitting here reminiscing and taking everybody down a fucking memory
The
trip.
history of video games.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? We'll be back next week, and then there's Cinema Wasteland after that. We'll see if we do a show, Cinema Wasteland weekend. But either way, happy spring. See you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Happy Easter. Bark, bark.
Thanks, Easter Bunny.
Okay. That's it, guys. Thanks.